particular voice, but you're hearing another voice today. So it's the sunny side on 92.3 Nigeria Info. My name is Constance Mega. The Hamatan is here, but it's not as much as I would have really loved to have the Hamatan. I remember over the weekend, someone was like, those of you who are Hamatan watchers, you can see that we have the Hamatan out now, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not really feeling it. Are you feeling it? Because I'm not feeling it. All right. Anyway, so this is how we're going to roll on the show today. We're going to have a conversation on wishing another person has it worse than they did you. You know that feeling where someone does something to you and you feel really, really bad. And maybe you can't do something to them. You can't retaliate. So you just wish them bad. It's more like, for this thing you did to me, let this one happen to you. Sometimes we actually vocalize it. And sometimes we don't say it. But we just say it in our mind. So the person doesn't necessarily hear what you say. But you actually said it. You actually wished that for this thing this person has done to me, let the worst happen to them. We're going to have that conversation, and that's going to last till 1 p.m. Yeah, exactly. And then at 1 p.m. we'll bring you the news. That's the news updates. And of course afterwards at 1:10 I'll have some persons join me in the studio for a conversation for about 10 minutes. And then 1:20 we'll bring you at 1:30 rather, we have Talk Your Own, BBC's Talk Your Own. And of course, at 2 p.m., we will have the news come up again. That's the news update. And after the news update, then we will have Family Matters right here on the show. And that's going to be the last lap of the show. Okay, once again, my name is Constance Mega. Right now, we'll go and pay some bills. And when we come back, we will have that conversation that I told you about. Stick around.
ideologies, different perspectives. Share your views on The Sunny Side. 92.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Okay, welcome back. It's 29 minutes going past 12 now. Welcome back. It's The Sunny Side. So before now, I told you we'll be talking about, this whole feeling of wishing people had it worse when they do you wrong. We would be in life. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you. Okay, but then, in our everyday life, somehow we meet people who do things that we consider offensive. We do things that are really, we meet people who do things that really hurt us. Maybe someone stole something from you. Maybe someone dupes you of something. Maybe someone lies against you, or something else, whatever it is. All right. But this is something that really hurts you, something you find really offensive. And it's crazy that sometimes when people hurt us or people offend us, we actually react in some ways that even we sometimes get surprised, Like I remember I had a conversation with an elderly woman recently, and she was telling me how, she went to buy something somewhere, and this rider was blocking her, and she nicely asked the guy to move away so she could get what she wanted to get. And the young man picked offense and was like, "I'm not blocking you," and all that stuff. And then some other person comes in to carry the matter on her head, and she was bashing this woman, telling her the rider is not blocking you, this person is not rude, and all that stuff. And then another person was trying to tell the young lady who was shouting the old woman, "Don't talk to her like that, she's an old woman." And then this young girl goes, "Which old woman? I beg." The woman holds and he says, "Oh, she got so angry that I told her in all your life, all your family, nobody will see old age." Oh my goodness. Okay, when she said that, I tried to hold back. People thank God it doesn't really fall like that, So what I'm actually looking at here is how much we try to react to people doing what we find offensive. All right, how do we react to these things? And I'm saying that holding a grudge against someone is like drinking poison and hoping that the other person dies from it. And the problem with that, it's not gonna happen, right? And of course, the whole thing about how we feel when someone has done us wrong, when we have those really bad feelings, that bad feeling that makes us wish hell on someone, that feeling actually makes you feel even worse, especially when you've said those things. Sometimes when you sit back and listen to yourself, to what you said to someone, what you've wished someone, because of what they do to you, and when you flip the coin, if you are in a situation where you hurt someone or something bad to someone, and the person verbally wished you worse than you did them, how do you think you're going to feel? Well, let's have a conversation, and I just have a few questions for you. The question is, have you wished that someone who did you wrong would have it worse than they did you? Have you ever been in that situation where you had that wish for somebody in your mind, or maybe you verbally wished it to the person? And then do you also think that they are affected? When you wish that someone who took something from you, they'll take 5 things from this person, do you actually think that it's going to affect them? Do you wish that such a thing is going to happen to them? All right, when you put a call through, I'll ask you the rest of the questions. The number is to call us 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. You can also call 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0007. You can also send a message via WhatsApp to 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Get on Facebook and join the conversation at Nigeria Info PH. Hello, you're welcome to the Sunny Side. What's your name?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, my name is Kingsley.
Kingsley, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Kingsley, you heard my question, did you?
Yes, I have a question.
All right, so let's talk.
What I want to contribute is when you actually offend somebody and the person lay cause, honestly, the thing will happen to the person because I have experienced it when somebody offended me in a very serious manner and I lay cause. But while I was praying that night, my mind now told me, you lay cause on somebody and that I should reverse the cause. Honestly, I reversed the cause because I was afraid when how the information came to me, how I just got the information. I was very afraid, so I reversed the cause. But in my experience, what I was saying in my office where I work, there is this man which is a staff. We are paying him very well. Me, I'm a contract staff. My money is very small, but I decided to do my part time, and from that time the man begins to hate me. The man do all sorts of things for me to be start. He called my company that they will replace me. So, and I told God, this is what I am suffering, and that my own I am comfortable with the little place I am. I don't know why this man is behaving like this. So unfortunately, God answered my prayer. So when you offend somebody, if you're a Christian, although it's not good to lay cause, because if you offend somebody and somebody lay cause, definitely it works.
Okay, so you believe it works?
Yes, it works. Except if you not offend that person. But if you offend the person and the person lay cause, it must surely work. So it's not good to offend somebody, and if you realize you offend somebody, it's good you go for forgiveness, ask for forgiveness. And then it's led for the person to forgive you or not.
All right, thank you very much for calling, Kingsley. That was a very long one, though, 2 minutes plus. All right, well, I still want to hear from you. Have you ever wished that someone who did you wrong would have it worse than they did you? Do you think that what you said or what you wished them affected them? Do you think it affected them? Some people actually believe it does. Just like Kingsley has said, if he calls it curse. When you curse people, so far they've offended you, it's going to work. That's what he says. How about you? Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Steven.
Stephen.
Yes.
All right, Stephen, talk to me.
Yeah, actually, that has happened to me.
What happened to you?
A man come to my shop and he collected my money, like my money, like the bag, and the bag and my hand. That day I dropped it and I just let him. He came and collected my. At times when I sample something outside, they just take it. Then you have to. They say the voice has to lay cost and I have to pay for it. You get, and God said the voice of my people is the voice of me. That will work very well. It will work.
Stephen, let me ask you. If you did something wrong to somebody, okay,
yes,
and they verbally wished you worse than what you did to them, would you feel remorseful, like sorry for what you did, or is it going to make you angry?
You will feel sorry. But in the case of whereby you keep something and somebody take it away, that is a criminal offense. If you don't know that person that take that thing away, it's no account of that it happened. But if you hear that when you and somebody was making an interaction, insulting yourself, then that one you can, after you come down, you can go and tell the person, I'm sorry, or that. That one is settled.
All right.
So if you hear whereby somebody just took something and took something from you, then if you pray, it works.
Okay, thank you. Although I'm not talking about prayer. I think the first caller made this all about prayer. I'm not talking about prayer. Hello.
Constance, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Mr. Zion, you're welcome.
Honestly speaking, as Africans, that is our desire. You stole my money, Abi. My house rent, 250,000 or 800,000. On our own for village, then go carry and come out. what we think. That is what we are doing. Some of them will even so reduced to the point I say, no worry, I will see how you will take survive. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. When this scripture sank into me, I re-ask, re-energize, reconstitute, reposition my mind and the way I reason. We all have offended. If we want to keep repeating, as you offend me, I will offend back, I don't think we'll have eyes to look at each other. I don't think we will have hands to make phone calls or make money for our own selves. In my case, I was so surprised. I don't even know if I offended these people or not. But what they were saying, we will see how Mr. Zion will take survive. When I heard this thing from a black correspondent, I said, to God, what have I done to these people? But guess what?
What?
I did not even know the reverse is going on them. Some of them cannot even pay their shop rent. They are passing up and down. Some of them can't even pay their house rent. They are begging to survive. Some of them are not even having peace of mind. They can't sleep at night. Forgive those who trespass against us. The truth is this. Most of us don't know the implications of our words. This person you are wishing bad against, do you know the God is connected to? If Mr. Zion you wish if you will not survive, you want to see how you will survive. Do you know the God I am connected to? Do you know the seeds I have sown?
Okay.
Do you know the decisions I have taken? That is why we must be very conscious of what we do. Even those who are wishing evil against people, be very careful, including me and us, so that for once we can make this world a better place for our children to grow and be happy. Mr. Zion.
All right. Thank you for calling, Mr. Zion. Okay. So so far from what we've said so far, it sounds like we believe so much in when we say something more like lay a curse on someone, it's going to happen. All right. But I don't know why we don't, why this our faith does not go as far as when we wish Nigeria would be better, it would actually be better. Anyway, that's not the, the conversation. But let's still talk. All right. I'm talking about this whole feeling where someone has offended you. Now, this is not where a situation where someone is just jealous of somebody. I'm talking about you have outrightly offended this person and the person is not happy with you. Maybe you've done something really hurtful to this person and the person verbally says something worse off should happen to you. Just like the story I narrated of how the woman, went as far as saying your family, they will not see old age, blah, 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 blah. And I was wondering, okay, how come she went this far? All right, for something that I believe another person would have the same experience and would not get so angry. I think it's my pastor, right, actually, who said that it's not the offense, all right? It's actually how you receive the offense that is the problem. It's not necessarily that someone has offended you. It's how you receive it. But I've heard people say, you don't understand. You don't know how painful. It's because it has not happened to you. There's this mindset of, if it happens to you, even the way you will react, you'll be surprised. Okay, well, I have a message here on WhatsApp. Say, good afternoon, Constance. A young man stole my phone from me and broke my head with a bottle. The comments I made to him was, if I didn't buy that phone with my sweat, let me see how you will survive this year. And 2 months later, he said he was shot dead. Wow. Incredible. Okay. Now, I think I've also heard some other pastor somewhere talk about, how about you wish this person something else other than the kind of evil you're wishing the person? If you just like the message I just read, if you're wishing, oh, you will not survive because you stole my phone and broke my head. Would it be wrong to actually wish that this person would change? I don't know if our mind ever gets to that point where we are thinking, okay, for this evil you've done me, you will be such a good person. You will be such a good person that you will not even have the hearts to be angry at anybody, at people, if they do you wrong. I'm just saying. So how come we're very sure that when we've wished someone who did us bad, we've wished them bad for doing us bad, it's going to happen? How come we're not even thinking that we're going to, to wish this person good? How come we're not thinking that way? Well, just like I said, it's not the offense, it's the way you receive the offense when it's happened. Well, I'm still taking your calls and your messages. You can keep them coming. On WhatsApp, you can send those messages to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Or you can send a message on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can also put a call through. The numbers are 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and the other numbers, I'll call them later. Hello, you're welcome to the sunny side. What's your name?
Hello, my name is Ifani.
Did you say your name is Ifani?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Please go on.
Okay. I think there is one that I don't know if it's right. I would say because I think in the place that has come up in something like this.
Ifani, I can barely put together what you're saying. I can't understand you.
Okay.
I think it's a network problem.
Like someone I saw, he will not write at the end of this day. He will come back like not like the car is making. Because he told my family that cars is not driving the company, that we don't like this. So I told him instead that will not come to our meeting. I come with me.
Okay, Ifani, you're going to have to call me back. I can barely hear you. Apologies. Call me back, please. Hello?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
I'm Abel, and I'm calling you from Milwaukee.
All right, Abel, talk to me. Have you ever wished that someone who did you bad would have it worse?
I've ever wished somebody anything I touch, either in my heart or I say it in words.
Interesting.
Because I believe that those things doesn't work.
Wow.
Yes, because even if you wish somebody that bad thing should happen to that person or you say it in words, it will not work. But if it works, let me tell you why it used to happen. If it works, let me tell you the reason why it works.
Okay.
There's a bad spirit, an evil spirit blocking at the corner. Okay, and this bad spirit always wants to hear people say bad things to people, and then the bad spirit will act on what you say. Then when it happens, people might think that there is power in humans or in everybody, and so when you say this, it actually comes to a no. And if you want to say that, but the Bible says there's power in the tongue. It doesn't actually mean that there is power in the tongue. So when you say, or when a man says anything, it will come to. The Bible is trying to say that we should mind the way we talk to people, so they will put us footed. Because, for example, if you tell your son, there's failure, how do you want the son to keep, improving in his endeavors? So that is just life. Yes, purpose word is like a sharp of sword. Not that when you say you will die, the person will die, no. So from here, I will never wish any person bad to say it in words because it doesn't work.
All right, thank you so much for calling. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Chinke Daniel in the Constance.
All right, Chinke
The
Daniel.
issue we are looking at is that there is what we call the law of karma. And then in the other aspect of it, let us not forget in a hurry that we depend. And when we have it, like I've had you say, when somebody, in keeps hurting me. And then I will say, please let me repent. If everybody all over prays for people who are stealing, who are doing all sort of people, it means evil will not pass. So, in as much we will leave that which God will do to do his own thing the way he wants. My brother, if we break my heart, all my belongings, he don't want me to be alive. And for me, my own priority now will be praying for you to succeed, to do well. That's what. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. At some point, I was trying to really understand what Chinky Daniel was saying, because he started off talking about what the Bible says and all that. But if we are to go by the Bible, right, especially when it comes to what Jesus himself said, remember the part where he said, "Pray for your enemies." Yeah, I've heard a pastor say, "Pray for your enemies." They didn't give us what's it called, now, prayer points, and I was like, okay, we all understand English. When you do something for someone, it is to their favor, it's to their advantage. So when you hear "pray for," you don't start saying you are not giving prayer points. So anyway, and then the other part where the Bible talked about when someone does you something wrong, and then you should pay them back with good. That way you are heaping coals of iron. Oh, sorry. Did I just say iron? Hot coal, rather. All right. So that's what you're heaping on the person's head when you do good to those who do you evil. But I'm not even talking about doing good to those who do us evil. I'm actually talking about wishing what you wish the person who has done you bad. Someone has falsely accused you of something, and you feel really bad about what this person has done to you. Is it out of place to actually wish that this person would have a change of heart, rather than wish that for falsely accusing me, moto we jam you? That's the kind of thing people actually wish other people. That's why I said we're talking about wishing that people would have it worse than they have done to you. I'm looking at messages here, and can I even read some of these messages? Because, oh boy. Frank, your message is quite long, and this person keeps repeating a particular message. Okay, I'm going to be frank with you. I'm trying to dodge this your particular message. Something about someone dying. I don't even want to read it. Good day, Constance. It is very painful if we have experienced such incidents, and it's not easy and difficult. We need to forgive the person involved. As human beings, we need to be mindful of what we say with our mouths. This is coming from Ihanyi Chukwu. Well, Ihanyi Chukwu, thank God you agreed that it is painful. Constance, good afternoon. In this case now, where do you place the law of karma? Your name is Joy from Rumibo. I'm placing the law of karma where it is on Wikipedia. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. What's your name?
Happy New Week.
Yeah, Happy New Week.
My name is GISJ.
Am I supposed to pronounce it after you spelled it?
What did you say?
I'm asking if I'm supposed to call the name after you spell it.
Okay. Yeah, so let's go straight to the contributions and all that. I want to say that, look, how about in a situation whereby you have some certain persons that has made up their mind, they have decided to make sure that people groan, people cry. Are you getting what I'm saying? Are those people expected to be paid for? Those adamant ones, the people that have reprobate minds, they have decided that humanity shouldn't exist. Do we pray for them? Let me just go straight to say, I think everything should be left in the hands of God, because He does like what He said. He said we shouldn't judge. Yeah, because I have heard and I know that there are persons that even after they have done some atrocities in this world, the 1 minute grace they had or they will have before they die, they might expand, and who knows. So I think the best thing in life is to live well, because grace differs. Yeah, but let it not be that you will be that
person who will always want to make people not have the aspect of peace, happiness, depriving them of their good aspect in life to enjoy life. So let us not be fast. But if you are, please change from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling. All right. I'm seeing messages here on Facebook. Moses Francis says, the scripture says, I, God, will bless those that bless thee and curse those that curse thee. Anyone who does evil to me, I'm always happy to invoke God's vengeance on him or her. Okay. Henry Tamuno Sisi Minima says, I feel real good. Interesting. I'm asking how you feel. If you feel good when you wish someone evil for doing you evil. And Henry Tamuno Sisi says he feels real good. And then Michael Westobasi says it feels good. Interesting. I want to say, and on Sunday people will go to church and God will be shouting hallelujah. But then we actually have our Bibles in the house. Okay, not just in the house. We have it's mobile Bible these days. But I mean, how many people even remember to read? Yeah, some people only read it when they get to church. When the pastor is reading, that's the only time they get to see what's up in the Bible. Okay, but if you're telling me you feel good when you've wished someone worse than they've done to you, then of what use is it that you say you serve a God who sent his son, who said that you should not do evil to people who have done you evil? So this doing now is wishing them evil because they've done you evil. So of what use is it that you actually go to church? That's just it. Well, this is where we draw the curtain on this particular conversation. At 1 o'clock, we'll bring you the news. After the news, at 10 minutes past 1, we'll have some people in the studio for a conversation. And of course, afterwards, we're going to have BBC's Talk Your Own. It's going to last for 30 minutes. At 2 p.m., the news will come your way as well. And after the news, we will have Family Matters right here on the Sunny Side. My name is Constance Mega. Don't go anywhere.